Hello, so we are on a different canal again today, the third one. We're on the Shropshire Canal. I think that's what it's called. Part of me wants to think it might be the Shropshire Union Canal. I need to check that. Anyway, we're on the Shropshire Canal, I'll call it that, which is much more picturesque. Like some of the last bits were quite industrial. It sort of went through a bit. There was a chemical plant, and there were signs that saying "Do not stop under any circumstances," and things like that. So it's quite industrial and run down bits and things like that. But this canal is very scenic, very picturesque. There were some bits where there's loads of geese, and I saw a kingfisher. But typically, I was off the boat. I had just come through a lock, so I was on the land by the water point with Ted in one hand and the tool, the windlass thing for opening the locks in the other hand. So saw a kingfisher, couldn't believe it. I've never seen one so close and still. I've seen like that dart of blue that goes past, but I've never seen one in real life up close like that, out in nature, if you like. So I was like, oh, I can't believe it. I haven't got my camera, but anyway, so that was good. As Ted's just having a little look out, checking what's going on. Aren't you, Ted? Good boy. Yeah, being narrowboat dog. And yeah, so lots of things. A few herons teasing me, not being exactly the right position. Yeah, so it's absolutely beautiful along this bit of water. So it's quite relaxed and the weather's better. Hi. It's cooler. The last few days have been red hot, really hot. And obviously in a narrowboat, it's not really any way of cooling it down other than having the windows open, and then all the insects come in at the end of the day. So you have to good old game of right before you go to bed of like chasing crane flies around the narrowboat, and that's good fun. But yeah, it's lovely along here. So this is like the boats on my left. These will be their almost like residential kind of moorings, or they'll moor their boats here when they're not out and about, and some of them have gardens and things like that. So it's very picturesque today. This Scooter's got up out of bed to have a little look. So when I sit at the front of the boat here, because I'm right at the front, the dogs generally are a lot more chilled out. See, Ruby hasn't got her life jacket on because she prefers not to have one on, and generally is very sensible. Scooter's a bit old and a bit senile, I think is the best word, and Ted is young and a little bit well, crazy, but well, at times, but sometimes he's very, very good. So if I just stand up, hang on, and I spin you around, you'll be going into the sun a little bit, so it might be a little bit bright. There's Jem, give me a wave. There he is, steering the boat at the other end. So yeah, so I thought as I was sitting here, I sit at the front here, the dogs are chilled and I can have my camera. I've got my long lens on for in the eventuality of any sort of, has a little thing, what's it? Where's the other one gone? Oh, it's under there. They hide wildlife basically on these stretches. Really, also quite good for people shots because I can, I can sort of get some shots without sort of being in people's faces, and sort of quite natural kind of shots of people on the waterway. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm just sitting here, and we're cruising along, and yeah, it's a nice day. It's supposed to. It might rain. It rained in the night. It might rain again later. And there is a possible warning for like thunderstorms and stuff like that, so I should think we'll probably cruise along and probably stop about 2ish or something like that. But this is what we're up to today. There they are, look. I love it when they just like to watch the world go by, quite relaxed. This is what they like. If I'm up the back of the boat with Jeremy and they're inside, they're a bit stressy, so they like it when they can be out and they can see what's going on and what's going past. So like that. Ted, where's Ted? Oh, Ted is asleep on my bed with his head on my pillow. So there you go. He's quite contented. But he has been coming off the boat in the first week. Oh yes, I know. I'm talking about you. Can you hear? It's all right. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. How do they know? But yeah. So we saw these dogs. Oh, Ted, shush. Never mind, I'll tell you another time. I'll tell you another time. Anyway, I'm going to go now because he's just going to whine, and because he's not being sent. Oh, there he is. Here we go. That's it. Look out, Ted. Have a watch. There There you go. So yeah, we saw all these people with dogs, and generally when we were doing locks, we had a lot of locks in the first 2 days. We put them inside, and Ted has got his crate here. Don't sit on my lens, okay? He got his crate, but he really hates it because he doesn't like to miss out. He likes to be with me. And I was saying to these people, oh, my dog would never be that good on locks, because obviously a lock is a dangerous kind of situation. It's deep, and you know, there's obviously current, water's rushing in and out and stuff like that. So our plan was to have him inside. So that's what we did for the first week. And then we had a couple of individual locks where it's just got a bit too much, you know, him not being happy in the crate inside the boat, barking and crying and stuff. I said, well, he's got his life jacket on. I clip his lead onto his harness and his life jacket. I will do one when it's quiet, and I'll just be really careful when I see how he is. And you know what? He's an absolute superstar lock dog. He stands next to me nicely, he doesn't pull, he just doesn't go near the edge, or if he wants to have a look I tell him no, and he stands, and he's absolutely 100% superstar lock dog. So he now comes off the boat with me when we do locks. He's on the lead, as I said, I've got him clipped on his life jacket and his harness. So he's all secure and he can't sort of fall in or anything like that. Oh look, there's a heron. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom you in. There we go, look. I'll just let you. There he goes. How lovely is that? You see, they never do that when I've got my camera in my hand. It's never that controlled and calm right across the front. You know, in a nice kind of just gentle, controlled kind of way. This is very picturesque and very sort of idyllic, isn't it? Coming along here, really. But when you sort of on some of the other bits, you know, we've been under like the M6 and under the M54. I'm gonna go back for you. And some of those sort of more noisy, hello, giving the pigeon what for. There's another one over on the right. This is just typical. This is like Disney canal boat trip. This is so I just it's just typical. Because I'm talking to you, it's like if I go and check my emails or something, then there'll be a heron. Whatever, right, there it goes. Look, see, look, they're all performing for you, not for me. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because we'll go through this bridge, and if Jeremy it's quite a narrow one by the looks of it, so yeah, I'll let him just do that without the pressure of knowing that it's on video. All right, I shall speak to you soon. Bye.